What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be giving you my deck profile for my ABC Therion. I ran it at my locals at the last locals there. I went 3-1, was pretty good. Dropped the one game. It was kind of just a long grind game. It was only really one game, and then it went to time and couldn't finish in time, so I ended up getting the loss. But can't win them all. Went to top cut and ended up coming fourth overall in our locals out of what, I don't know, 16 or so players. Yeah, it's pretty small local, maybe usually between like 12 and 18 or 12 and 20 guys. So anyways, figured I'd show it off here. It's a pretty fun deck, decent, can hang with the best of them, that's for sure, but I wouldn't put it quite up there, maybe just 0.5 below tier 1, but it's fun. And let's get into it, and I'll show you how it plays. For the ABC engine, you just run 2, 2, and 2. Some people opt to run 3. I think it's just, it is the best one of the letters, but I think it's too many. You don't really want to draw the letters, you want to search them out, and there's a lot of ways to search them out in the deck. So drawing them, they don't do much. They're kind of dead unless you draw an unauthorized with it. So I try and keep those to a minimal. You got the one Union driver. It's basically a complete brick. You need it, and you just hope that you don't draw it. Some people like to play it at 2 in case you draw one. I literally never have that issue. If I do, I just play another line, or you can try and equip it if you got a letter, and then you can try and play through it. It's a card you don't want to see, so I don't want to increase my chance of drawing another one. So now for the best card in the deck, you got the Union Hanger. Now this gets basically your whole deck going. That's why it's called, it's why ABCs are good. This is a 1-card Dragon Buster. It's a great card. I'll go over some combos after. You got to play this at 3. If you're playing against an ABC Therion deck, you probably want to stop this above anything else. There's a lot of lines they can go, so that would be the best one probably to stop. And then I got 2 unauthorized. It's a fairly good card. I didn't really see it much. If you draw this in a letter, it's basically a Union Hanger. If you draw this in a letter, it allows you to go into driver and then do the exact same thing. It's okay as a quick play. You could play it if somebody wants to activate an effect, target one of your monsters. You can quick play, attach whatever appropriate letter from your deck to either make it immune to effects, spells, or traps. It's not a bad card. I just didn't really see it much. And then on to the Therion part. I play triple King Regulus and triple Die Coliseum. Now, obviously, this is the big beater Omni Negate that synergizes so well with the ABC pieces. This card, very good. This spell is unbelievable as well. This is a very good card. It's very good in this deck. It's not quite as good as it would be like in Punk Therion, for example, as they play a lot more pieces with the Borea and stuff. But the ability to protect your monsters and recycle Regulus as well as search it out, it's just an unbelievable spell. And then I play the adventure package. So triple Enchantress. I played triple Right, and then one of all the one-ofs, obviously. Not too much to be said about this. It's very good in the deck. It's very good in any deck. I also play the Foolish, basically to give me an extra copy of Water Enchantress to see it, or Foolish can send a piece to the grave, which either makes my ABC live or it makes my Regulus live if I draw it. As far as hand traps or going second cards, I played triple Ash, and obviously the one called by, his card's busted. Doesn't need any explanation. And then just the triple Droplet. This card can steal games. It's kind of needed going second, especially because there's multiple Flunder players at my local, and that's what I had my loss to. D-Shifter's a card, and that really hurts. I didn't see it except when we went to game 3, and I opened My opening hand was double ash, double ash, double droplet, and a A. So there's literally nothing I could do going first. It was a complete brick, and it cost me the game. But, you know, win some, you lose some. They're all staples in the deck. You got to play it. And then just a couple one-ofs. I play one terraforming. You know, this just, you know, if you're searching for Union Hanger, or if you have it, you can search for Die Coliseum. Essentially, you run 5 of each field spell because you're also running a set rotation because you play both the field spells. Now, that card is absolutely busted and allows you to do a lot of shenanigans. Now, on to the extra deck. Played triple ABC Dragon Buster. This card's phenomenal. It's so good. 3000 beater with a banish, and you can tag out on your opponent's turn. It's easily recyclable. You can just get it back. Use this also as a target for Pot of Pot of Prosperity. If I was to change to the Synchro engine, which I'm going to because it's going to run Baron, it's going to run the Scythe Lock and the Hulk, I'd probably take one of these out and cut it down to 2. So that's it for fusions, and on for the links. Play Underworld Goddess. This card is extremely easy to go into. You can tag out your Buster, and then you IP Masquerena your 3 pieces plus 1 card in their field, and you make, basically, it's game over at that point. And actually, I did this against the Despia, branded Despia deck, and it won me the game. Access Code Talker, great card, no explanation needed. Appaloosa, also very, very easy to make in this deck. You can easily make a 4 negate Appaloosa with that's unaffected. You know, same thing. You tag your pieces out with IP, and you now can't be destroyed by card effects, and it has 4 negates. Or, you know, if you got a couple negates on Omnis on field, you can take your Platinum Gadget and your IP, do the same thing, give it 2 negates. It's just a absolute staple. This and IP, like all these in IP, like IP is the MVP of the extra deck, honestly. I was just trying this out, the Boral Sword. Mostly there's Ignister, and anyways, if it was able to go first and get its combo off, this is kind of an out to it, possibly, depending on the size of it. And then played Nightmare Unicorn, Platinum Gadget, which is absolute staple. This is what allows you to, the Union Hanger to be a 1 card, or the unauthorized to be the get your ABC Dragon out. Then the IP Masquerena. You're basically making this all the time. It's so good in this deck. It's so versatile, and you know, along with your Omni negates, you being able to do shenanigans on your opponent's turn is just unreal. And then I played one small package I was trying to test, and it was okay. It was Bujinki Ashiyama and Bujinte Tsukiyomi. It was okay. I was just testing it out to see if I liked it or not. I didn't go into it too often. It's kind of specific when you can. You know, you got to have basically an extra letter in your hand so you could still do the Buster play. And then this is sending, you know, you want to have like droplets and stuff so you could set. So you're only having 1 card to discard, drawing 2. It's not bad. I was trying it, but I mean, I'm sure there's other stuff I could play that's better. And then the last things I played were Dweller, because this forces you to XYZ the Ashihama. Forces you to XYZ. So for that, I played this, the Dweller, Gear Gargant if I needed to search, and then the Baguska, just because it's a shutdown card. You know, there's Despia and other decks in my local that really hurts. And lastly, the side deck. It's, you know, don't put too much stock into this. It's kind of local specific. Triple Twin Twister, triple Dark Ruler, triple Droll. If I switch to the Synchro version, I'll probably be main decking the Drolls, as I think it's just such a good card in this format. It hits every deck. It basically is skip your turn card. Hurts me a lot, that's for sure. And then the last 6 cards I played were D Barrier and Evenly Matched. D-Barrier, I played against a Sword Soul player that won me the game. Evenly, I sided them in. I never saw it. The D-Barrier, the times I sided in, I saw every time, and it basically didn't allow them to play, and then I could just full combo and kill them on the next turn. So it's kind of a local specific, but absolutely necessary for what I needed, and obvious. I mean, it doesn't need much explanation. Anyways, so that was my deck profile. As soon as I switch over to the synchro version of it, I will be showcasing it here, and I just want to say thanks for watching. Now, just to go over some combos and some basic ones anyways, I'm just going to go over them so you can see it. So, Union Hanger, I'll show you how this is just a single one card Buster Dragon. Or, I don't know what, Dragon Buster. Anyways, so you're going to activate Union Hanger. Union Hanger effect, that's going to search you out a B. B is going to add to hand. You're going to summon the B, activate the effect of Union Hanger to equip Union Driver from deck. Union Driver is going to activate its effect, banish itself to equip another monster, Union Monster, from deck. So you're going to equip the A. So the reason you do this is if you equip off Union Hanger, it takes away its ability to special summon itself. So by getting out the Union Driver and using its effect to banish, it essentially gets around that stipulation of Union Hanger, this now being allowed to special summon itself. So then you're going to get these two on the field, you're going to link them off, bring yourself in a Platinum Gadget. And B is going to search in grave, and it's going to add you a C to hand. Now, Platinum Gadget is going to activate its effect, allowing you to special again. So now that gives you A, B, C. You're going to banish those, and then you're going to get your Buster out. And that's just the one card combo, you know, a banish, and you know, you could tag back out to bring these all back on your opponent's turn. You know, get your effect of Union Hanger again. It's just it's a really good play just for one card. All right, now just to show off kind of what this deck can do. This is probably the best hand really you could open, is literally just these two cards. And these are 3 bricks. It doesn't matter what these are, and it's not uncommon. Even if you don't open this, it's very often that you open both field spells because you run basically 5 of each. So this just is the more direct route, and you know, it's nice to have this, maybe like a droplet and an ash, whatever. Some hand traps to follow up. So what you're going to want to do is activate your right. Right, you're going to get your token, and you're going to play Fateful from the deck. Activate your Fateful, search Griffin, and then you're going to discard whatever. Griffin, going to special summon, activate effect to get the Draco back. Then you're going to want to activate. So I do this because you're going to want to get an Omni on board as quick as possible. That way, if they try to get, disrupt your follow-up plays, then you have something to stop it. So you're going to go set rotation, and with that, you're going to set the Union Hanger on your side, and you're going to give your opponent the Therion Die Coliseum. You're going to want to activate the Union Hanger. Union Hanger effect, search B. You're going to add summon B, Union effect, equipped, Union Driver. Driver, you're going to activate to banish, to equip A from deck. A is going to special summon, and then you're going to link these two off for a Platinum Gadget. You're going to get the effect of B in the graveyard to search C to hand. Activate the effect of Platinum Gadget, special where it's pointing. And then from this point, what you're going to want to do is equip Draco back to your token. Activate Draco back to bounce the Die Coliseum back to your hand. Then you're going to activate the Die Coliseum. And you're going to search yourself Therion King Regulus. Regulus going to activate his effect, equip a B from grave, special the B. Then you're going to link these two off, and you're probably going to make an IP Masquerena. And pretty busted field, right? Well, you're not done. Then you're going to take your A, your B, your C from your grave, and you're going to banish them to bring out Buster Drake. And then, which I forgot to do, when you made the IP with the B and the C, your B is going to search again, and you're going to add another B to your hand. So those are all going to get banished. Should be banished. And this, you're going to have 3 in hand, this on your field, and you're going to pass turn. So your turn 1, you're going to end with Omni, Interruption, Banish, and you're protected, and you're protected. So this protects mandatory, your monsters first. This protects it, where you'd send a Regulus, and if a monster on the field dies, doesn't matter if it's on your side or their side, you add it back to hand. So you might think, oh, this field's kind of cloggy. Well, I mean, really? You're probably going to end up negating something. You're going to do whatever. You can IP this. You know, IP on their turn into Appaloosa. And now you got an Appaloosa that can't be destroyed by card effects and a double monster negate on it. You know, you can chain to whatever they're doing to do that. You know, or who knows what happens. You might negate, you know, shuffle back in, this goes away. And then, okay, you banish, you got a target. Okay, something's gonna happen, you're gonna chain that. You're gonna bring all your letters back. IP, boom. And, you know, you can bring out Underworld Goddess, tributing to get over whatever the heck that they have. Or, you know, any rank 4 that's in the deck. Or you can go into a rank 3. It's just, you know, the world is your oyster. It allows you to do so much. And that's just a common play. And then that allows you to make a second, you know, because it brings all the letters back. A, B, C to your grave again. Boom. Makes you, on your following turn, able to banish and make a second ABC. And you'll, you know, if this is still here, you could search for your negate back. You know, maybe you'd view this. Who knows if something they attacked over something. It's a very, very versatile deck. It can play against the best decks. I think it is, you know, I would argue it's probably a tier 1.5 deck. I mean, an argument could be made that it's higher. You know, it can beat the top decks. But where the trouble in this deck lies is, in my opinion, it does brick. Like, you don't want to draw, you know, your union drivers. You don't really want to draw letters. What you want is to draw your field spells to bring out the letters. So you're drawing, you know, if you open a hand like this, you know, with like Fateful, I don't know, for whatever reason, I open Draco back all the time. Things stuck to my hand. You know, and then you might be like, okay, you open that, a droplet, and maybe, and that, and you're like, awesome. You know, at least I have this play, and then you go to do it, that gets negated, and you're like, well, I guess I'll just die. So, I mean, it does have issues with that, and it's not like you're opening hands like this all the time, but I mean, it can happen, and I think in that, inherently, is where the flaw in this deck is that it can brick. So, what I'm going to end up doing is building a more synchro version of it, which, once I have that, I will showcase it here. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.